The joke is that it is the cards doing the battling.
Fortune favors the bold.
Welcome! Pick a card, any card. True. Let's go.
You make to open the chest, but an ominous voice echoes around you. I will not relinquish my hoard. The next instant, something leaps at you out from the darkness.
I only have to do my job half the time. There is an option to speed things up, but oh god. But that can, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It said there's issues. There might be issues if you speed it up. We'll see. Ah, I completely missed.
Oh?
Yeah, it really is. I'm sorry, but this is what I got. This is the kick that I'm on lately. And I've never seen nobody else go through it. And I think someone should. Just hit it.
Good work.
There is a pixel art
Monster
thing,
defeated.
like an art set. But I don't have the money for
Toward
that
the
shit.
treasure chest. And
These
see
assholes
those
again.
Ivory Order jerks rooting through it. You rush over, but you're too late to stop them. Sweet of you to take care of the monsters for us, trills Winifred, favoring you with a smile.
Bitch.
Tucking the spoils from the chest safely into a bag, the Ivory Order trio stroll away whence they came. Knowing you couldn't stop them if you tried, you could do nothing but stand slack-jawed and watch them go. The chest is empty, save for a ragged doll. Nice of them to leave us the trash, you grumble in irritation. For some
They
reason,
sorta did, yeah.
Melanie picks up the ragged doll. Your shoulders slump. All that effort, and this is all you get to show for it?
Please don't, like, kick me out. I think there's more that I haven't looked at yet. But I'm probably wrong.
You find nothing else even close to treasure. Hope Cypri is ready for bad news.
That's full 3D models.
Leave now would be the fastest way out.
Leave later.
You decide to stay and explore the cave a little longer.
I don't think there. Oh,
Don't
there is a
hold
fleet
back.
option. Let's go.
That was lucky.
I've heard nothing but good things, yeah. I have no experience whatsoever with the Baldur's Gate series. Caution. At high speed, the Game Master will do his best to get through the cards as quickly as possible, though some cards refuse to be rushed. Due to the enormous toll this takes on the Game Master's body, however, the game may start to act strange. If that happens, please reset the speed to normal. Game speed will also reset to normal upon closing the software. Oh, and one more thing. You can always switch the speed by pressing and holding the square button in the field. No, I've been everywhere. We'll see how it affects dialogue. Yeah. There's Thriston.
About the enemy.
I don't remember either, but I do remember that being a thing. Honestly, this speed is pretty great. Goblins love pranks by nature and frequently leap out in front of adventurers they suspect will make them good playmates. Sadly, this tends to leave them battered and bruised. Goblins who gain the wisdom of age find ways to slip into the fabric of human life. So yes, that old man gambling with children in the square might well be a goblin in disguise. Where's the first one? The very first one that you get. Every morning she wakes up early to get breakfast ready, and every morning she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. The mornings are quiet now, save for the soft sounds of chopping. Her husband vanished some days ago, and ever since, meat's been on the menu more often than not. Blah! Well, she got more than a divorce. She got some food, bro. That's a cannibalism joke. Nice. Classic.
And fight.
Alright, pick a card. That one. Let's go. Ah, lost the coin flip. Hey, this is why you look, ladies and gentlemen. That is 3 mana. Neat. I mean, sure, why not, you know? Not weak to lightning. They definitely don't look as good either. These fucking animations, bro. The cards doing the attacks, it's so cool. I would like to slow it down, but... You weak to fire? No. Yes!
You did great.
As these little fluffs mature, their fur grows until it covers their faces. As this is quite the existential threat, they entice other monsters to trim their fur so they can see. These creatures shed rapidly as they age. Upon losing the last of their fur, they cry out the remainder of their bodily fluids, leaving behind a nearly mummified husk. They really love their hair, huh? I mean, sure, why not? Card games on the DS seems like it'd be nice. Certainly a good platform for it. Event.
You come across two men sitting on a rock. They take no notice of you or the party, but you can hear their fervent discussion. You listen in and deduce that they are a pair of thieves. You lean in, trying to hear what else the thieves are talking about. You catch pieces of the conversation here and there. I hid the goods. Head south just before the bridge. No, whatever ye do, don't go into the bewildering wood. It sounds like they've just told you where to find their stolen loot. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away.
Yup, the classic.
Something's catching the sunlight just so. You move closer to get a better look at it. You find a chest lodged in the hollow of a tree. Something about this feels familiar. Sure enough, this is the location those thieves mentioned when you were eavesdropping. Quite convinced you found their stash, you open the chest with a self-satisfied smirk on your face.
That is pretty neat. Hello.
Something comes rocketing down from the mountaintop. There and gone in a flash. What was that?
Yeah, there was a card that went by really quick. I wonder if we slowed it down, it'd be easier to see. Yeah, it definitely. That was definitely a guy.
Hey, you alright? You call out to the crumpled humanoid figure before you.
Bro, did I just
But
get
when
goblin?
you reach out to turn whoever it is over, you realize it's
Damn
a
it.
monster. You scramble up and flee, but it's too late.
The goblin disguised as an old man.
monster's got its
They even
sights
told me about
set
it.
on you. The monster calls
I fell for
forth
it.
its fellows. Out from beneath the rocks they crawl, salivating over their prey. There's no avoiding a fight now. Don't hold back.
You'd think they would have gotten the first turn if it was an ambush. I'm not complaining.
I thought it was a person. You try to explain, rushing to catch up with your friends.
Is that everything? 'Cause those are impassable. That's everything. No.
Now that she's reunited with her stolen skin medicine, the woman couldn't be happier. All thanks to the heroes from the Ivory Order, she says.
Ah, bastards.
A huge smile on her face, she begins applying the medicine all over her skin. Apparently, the woman is being harangued by some man who keeps asking her out. I don't know how many times I have to tell him he's just not my type, she sighs. The man, who no longer smells, told the person he likes how he feels, but he was still rebuffed.
Bro, you're just bathing again?
The smell may be gone, but he's still determined to polish himself up for that special someone.
Good God. Yes, Square Enix. Yes, we saved. It certainly seems like it, don't it? But no. Definitely not an indie game, I don't think. Not when there's 3 of them. Hard face. Yeah, there's pixel stuff. Dress of the Bereft. Yeah. Put him on Mar.
Were you able to find my treasure? Cypri asks. This is all we found, says Melanie, withdrawing the ragged doll. Cypri's eyes widen as soon as he sees the doll, and he reaches out to take it. Without breaking his gaze away from the doll, he begins to speak. Cypri tells you he gifted this doll to his young daughter a long time ago, but she fell gravely ill and died. Since then, Cypri has treasured this doll as he treasured his daughter. Then the monsters took it from him. Cypri turns to Melanie, his head bowed deeply in gratitude. So you reclaimed the treasure by complete accident. You step closer to Cypri. What do you know about the dragon? You rudely inquire. Cypri gestures as if to say, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Far to the east of town is a place called Unionville, where monsters and humans live together in harmony.
Let's go! We're fucking unionized, bro.
According to Cypri, you might be able to learn something there, as the dragon and monsters are not totally unrelated. Upon hearing that, you turn on your heel to leave.
Bro, the furball on his head has the Yoko Taro smile. Nice.
Cypri calls out to stop you. Journeying to Unionville entails traversing the dense expanse of the bewildering wood. You'll need this, he says, and holds out something for you. You won't make it through the bewildering wood without it, Cypri says. Your sights set on the distant Unionville, you resolve to navigate through the bewildering wood.
An ocarina is a type of flute, chat. It is a woodwind instrument. Cipernamre is a longtime scholar of monsters and monster behavior. Most people in his village simply call him Cipri. Cipri studies monsters for the sake of his daughter, a daughter whom, curiously, no one has ever seen. Well, yeah, you just told us that his daughter died years ago. Oh god! This is the wrong room. This is definitely a table, all right. And so the oddball trio sets out on the Queen's quest to slay the dragon. A reckless young man who fancies himself a hero yet cares only for the reward. His traveling companion, a quiet monster, who's not really a monster, and a proud witch, her hatred for the dragon all-consuming. Each hunt the dragon for a different reason, but unite to travel the realm. Hampered every step of the way by those horrid Ivory-ordered disciples. Their search for information about the dragon brings them to the Sea of Trees, known as the Bewildering Wood. There, the would-be heroes meet a strange girl. Yes, the music's great. Yeah, it's... The dude, it's the same people, so like... In it? Yoko Taro's team? I don't know their name. Sorry, folks. I barely knew that guy's name. Journey in Pursuit. Finish Chapter 1. 81.2%.
A thick fog impedes your vision. You surmise this is in no small part why they call it the Bewildering Wood. soul has set foot in this wood, only to be swallowed up and never seen nor heard from again, the traveler intones gravely. They also tell of a certain tool one needs to get through this place.
Didn't mean to hit that one. You know what they say. Your hero's journey hasn't begun until you've squashed a couple of slimes underfoot. Though the vast majority are killed when they're young, those few that do survive into an adulthood reportedly grow large enough to swallow villages whole.
A message is written on the sign. Seek out the four stela hidden deep in these woods. Congrats. You have found the northern stela. It doesn't look particularly special. You resolve to touch it anyhow.
Yeet!
You hear a beautiful melody flowing from the forest depths. It sounds like singing, or perhaps bird song. Your body is soothed by the gentle tone. It feels as though your fatigue has somehow washed away. The next stela is, you hear someone murmuring. It sounds like a man, but you can't really be sure in these woods.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? You got something against elves? Damn shame you're here to miss this line. Miss this line. This is a good one. He's lived in these vast, dense woods for years now. Fruit from the trees feeds him. The river quenches his thirst. He gives all his thanks to the great Mother Earth. He's wandered these deceitful, bewildering woods for ages. He knows he will not find home, no matter how many times he begs or how many tears he sheds. He is doomed to wander for another day.
You take a peek inside the grass and immediately find the owner of the voice. It's a harpy. It seems like the harpy hasn't yet noticed you. You pick up a rock and throw it at the monster's feet. Startled, the monster flaps its wings and flies away. You find some coins scattered about where it stood. You have found a southern stela. You smack it and hear a sound off to the west. You'd best head that way next. Good work.
Yo, 777s for our speed. Let's go.
found the Western Stela, which you swear up and down was not here when you came in. Nevertheless, you give it a smack. The man sighs, realizing he may never be able to escape with his current tool set. The woman appears to be lost. How do I get out of here? She asks with furrowed brows. Trees bearing very solid-looking nuts whip to and fro in the force of the gale. This doesn't bode well for you. A bunch of nuts fly off from the trees, but you and your friends hightailed it out of there before any of them could hit you. As if drawn in by the voice, you head deeper into the forest, where you find a woman playing a stringed instrument. Why won't the right words come to me, she laments, her fingers stopping on the strings. Hearing her sigh, you offer to help her with her song. Very well then. Please finish this verse, she responds, then begins to sing. You imitate Mars' mule, but the woman just tilts her head to the side in confusion. You pity the poor soul for not comprehending the sheer cuteness of your dear companion.
Ain't that the truth?
In the end, you gain nothing from the exchange and leave the woman to her song. Nice work.
Welcome back.
have found the Eastern Stela. You see the words Melody of Fortune chiseled into the corner. You have investigated all 4 of the Stela and the bewildering wood. You hear a sound, and it's not all that far away. You examine the Stela. The message carved into the Stela reads, "Play in tune with the forest." You hold the woodland flute you received from the good doctor in Thriston. Doot 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 doodly, doot 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 doot. You blow a handful of pleasant enough notes into the woodland flute. You soon become aware of accompanying percussion, which reveals itself to be a series of impeccably timed footfalls racing toward you. A young woman appears before you. "That was absolutely dreadful," she whinges, her jaunty gait betraying her enjoyment. She calls herself Ridis and declares herself a woodlander, resident of the bewildering wood. By sheer coincidence, the flute on which you played those notes was one designed
What do you mean coincidence?
to call the
It's the whole reason he
woodland
gave
people
you
to
the
your
damn
side.
thing.
Stunned by your good fortune, you ask Ridis to lead you eastward out of the forest. What luck! She agrees far more readily than you ever anticipated. But, she continues, extending her hand, you'll have to hand over the woodland flute first. You hand over the flute, firmly restating that she may have it on the condition she leads you out of the bewildering wood. Ridis plucks the woodland flute out of your hands with glee and begins playing it as she skips away. Well, playing is a generous term. It sounds as though she may as well be murdering the poor thing. Ridis makes it clear that the fastest way out of the woods is through woodland, where she lives. "It's that-a-way," Ridis says gleefully, pointing past the Stela before you. "Welcome to Woodland," Ridis says, gesturing out over the village. "Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm quite busy for the rest of the day, so you'll have to wait till tomorrow to leave the forest," she says, and makes her way home. Welcome to the Forest Oasis, the man greets you warmly. You happen upon a man greedily guzzling well water. Could it truly be that much better than ordinary water? This shortcut is reserved for use by woodland citizens only. The guard barks, clearly unwilling to let you pass. Apparently she's heard rumors of the dragon destroying another town somewhere. Our village would burn down so easily, she mutters, perhaps a bit more afraid of the symptom than the cause. You learn that Ridis's family is mired in debt and living hand to mouth. And I know how they got in so much trouble, the rumor mongerer says deliciously. We are not in the business of meddling in the personal affairs of others, Melanie says curtly, cutting her off.
Nice money.
Been a while since we've had any outsiders, the innkeeper says, beckoning the party inside. It turns out this inn is simply a place where the poor lost souls trapped in the bewildering wood may recover. You may stay as long as you like, free of charge. Riddis pores over a book while practicing on the woodland flute. She remains dreadful at it. The instant you begin speaking, she nearly leaps out of her skin and hides the book. She somehow hadn't noticed you. I thought you were the debt collectors. You can't sneak up on me like that, she stammers, struggling to regain her composure.
Jesus Christ, lady.
You take note of a woman who appears quite ill. As it turns out, she is none other than Riddis's mother. She is in no small amount of pain. Will you give her something to ease her suffering? The item you've proffered has, but I appreciate the thought. Riddis's mother hands you mysterious card 3 as a token of her gratitude.
Oh, okay. Thanks anyway, I guess. Can I try again? Actually cure her this time?
She begins speaking of Riddis, who has
Devoted
been
daughter.
preparing the medicine that helps
Get the
her
third
get
card.
through the day. She blames her illness, and therefore herself, for making Riddis's life so difficult. The more she talks, the more her face drops.
Damn.
Here to stay the night? The innkeeper asks the moment you set foot in the inn. The wooden dining table practically groans under the weight of the platters upon it, all brimming with meats and vegetables from the bewildering wood.
And totally none of it poisoned.
I've certainly earned this, you say to yourself, as you slide into your seat at the table, positively drooling over the feast before you. Melanie takes no note of your boorish behavior, uttering a small prayer of thanksgiving before reaching for a plate of vegetables. Mar sits, eyes fixed on the food upon the table, statuesque in his stillness. What a good boy.
Who's a good boy? Okay, maybe not.
Mar clears the entire table in a matter of seconds, even emptying the water barrel in a single gulp. He lets out a self-satisfied burp that sends a small jet of just-drank water arcing out onto the floor.
Dude, what the fuck?
The sun sinks low, and the day draws to a close. A scream pierces the silence. Fire! You leap out of bed, adrenaline coursing through your veins. The others follow suit, and before long you've burst through the front door and into the street. Riddis's house is ablaze, a nearby villager screams. My mother is still inside, Riddis shrieks, darting past you to fetch water from the well south of the village.
Bro, it's canon. Everyone is just moving around as the cards. That's so cool.
Riddis is gathering water in an attempt to fight the blaze all on her own.
Mar literally just did this whole water thing.
He scrambles over the edge of the well and sucks the well dry in an instant. He pokes at his swollen belly and gestures toward Riddis's house, as if to say, "Get me back there, quick." Quickly, put it out. You have to put it out, Riddis screams at Mar douses the house with the water he sucked up from the well. The fire is reduced to mere embers, and all is well. Or so you think. Something darts out from behind the house and attacks. That was lucky. Nice work. The fiery beast dispatched, you return to putting out the last of the blaze with Mar's help. Riddis's mother, now safe, tells you the creature came out of nowhere and set the house aflame. What would bring a creature of fire to a place like this, you wonder? Light breaks on a new day, and the commotion of the fire feels but a nightmare. You lead your party to Riddis's house to ask for safe passage out of the bewildering wood. Though spared from complete collapse, Ridis's home has been thoroughly scorched. Ridis's mother tells you she was once deceived by a crooked merchant and plunged into debt. Ridis has been working to repay the debt ever since her mother took ill. You lightly press your thumb and forefinger to the corner of each eye, a mixture of sadness and anger swirling within you.
What?
Ridis sits alone in one of its rooms, the air thick with the smell of char. There shouldn't be any fire creatures for miles, she grumbles. She says the monster appeared while she was playing the woodland flute last night. As to why any monsters, let alone fire monsters, appeared, well... Despite the circumstances, you ask Ridis to lead you out of the bewildering wood as promised. I did promise that, didn't I? She says wearily, rising from her seat. The poor girl is clearly still in shock. Why do you want to venture out beyond the bewildering wood anyway? She inquires, as she gathers this and that in preparation to leave. We are in search of the dragon, you say valiantly, adding, the reward will be significant should we defeat him. Honesty is the best policy. Sounds like a real risky way to make a living, she replies flatly, feigning interest.
Don't you need a lot of money, babe? Bitch, rather. Sorry, I forgot I wasn't talking to you.
A group of Ivory Order people came through here just the other day, she explains. You connect the dots with malice. Those three, you seethe. At last, Ridis is ready to depart for the edge of the bewildering wood.
True!
This road takes you to the east side of the bewildering wood, but you'd be hard-pressed to find your way without a woodlander's help, the guard warns. Upon seeing that Ridis is with you, he steps aside and lets you through. The eastern portion of the woods certainly does not want for thick, soupy fog. One of the nuts flies off the tree and smacks you right on the head. The pain brings tears to your eyes. You turn away, ready to lead the party deeper into the bewildering wood.
Hey, as long as it works.
Wait just a moment, you lot, calls the voice of an older man from somewhere behind you. Riddis appears to be familiar with him. She calls him Mr. O. Here you are, young lady, he says, handing her a slip of paper.
Bro, the house burnt down and you're still gonna make me pay for it? We don't have insurance? Or, sorry, Riddis doesn't have insurance?
Oh dear. Further, Mr. O explains, Riddis did not have a fire insurance policy at the time of the conflagration, and so she shall have to pay in full.
Hang on. I know that you said, like, there's no fire monsters around for miles. That's cool, whatever. But, like, you live in the woods, and you ain't got fire insurance? That seems like a bad idea to me.
I'll thank you kindly to pay by the end of the month. Bye now, Mr.
Bro,
O
$1 million
says,
by the end of the month?
from
What the
view
fuck?
as he returns to the forest.
Asshole?
Hee. Riddis lets out a bemused chuckle, her demeanor remarkably calm for what has just transpired. She pulls the woodland flute from her cloak and begins softly playing. Riddis's ear-splitting performance, shall we say, draws monsters out from behind the trees. Within moments, they are nearly upon you. That's odd. I must have made a mistake, Riddis says, burying her face in her old book once more. She opens the book to a particular page and thrusts it in your face. You can't tell anyone in the village I let you see this, okay? It's a page of sheet music with a note scrawled beside it that reads, "Play this lucky tune to reverse your financial fortunes and make money woes a thing of the past."
I mean, that's kind of accurate. You can just grind out the monsters for money.
No matter how many times I played this last night, our debt never went down, she fumes, incensed.
Ha! Incensed! Fumes! I get it! Because her house burned down.
You inspect the page a bit more carefully. Off in a corner, in letters so small as to be illegible, another message reads, "May summon monsters if played incorrectly." You finally see that so long as Riddis holds the flute, this is nothing more than a monster conjuring melody. You snatch the woodland flute from her hands. You have lost your flute-playing privileges, you inform her. But I'll never escape from this mountain of debt without it, she cries, clearly still believing in the melody of fortune. Melanie quietly opines that while Riddis is many things, Bright is not one of them.
Aw, I can't play it either.
Congrats. Here, Ritis chirps, pushing overgrown boughs and shrubs aside. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering wood comes into view.
Bro, next level on page here in the middle, dude, nice.
Fortune favors the bold. You did great. At last, you are free of the bewildering wood. Praise the power of the Woodlanders, you squeal in admiration of Ridis. She giggles bashfully. You've certainly kept your promise, you say. Thank you for showing us the way. I was hoping I could join you on your quest to defeat the dragon, Ridis suddenly blurts out. Takes out her old book and thrusts another page in your face. This week's creature of fortune is the dragon. Boons may befall those who encounter him. Melanie's jaw goes slack. What is the deal with this book? Melanie asks, bewildered. I can probably pay off my debt if we can just defeat the dragon, Ridis chirps, revealing her true intentions. No, I won't dilute my share of the riches any further. No more additions to the party, you bark. Have you no heart? Are you just going to leave a young helpless girl like me to drown in an ocean of debt and deal with that crusty old man? Ridis fires back relentlessly. I want to go. No. So goes the endless chorus of your thoroughly unproductive argument. Melanie calmly reminds you that the party in its current form stands little chance of defeating the dragon. See, you need me, Ridis says, sensing an opportunity. Your well-reasoned argument of no thwarted, you nod your head in resignation and welcome Ridis to the party.
The mystery of the forest solved, our heroes journey into its heart. There they meet a girl calling herself a Woodlander. She leads them to her home, nestled deep in the bewildering wood. Yeah, we know. Chapter 2, Bewildering Wood. 74.9%. I wonder how many people have actually finished the whole damn game. I beat the whole game on Switch, so I'm allowed to look at the trophies and shit. Yeah, it's like 50%. I mean, this one was popular enough to get 2 sequels.
Let's do this. That was lucky. Don't hold back. An armor-clad knight stands, exuding an extraordinarily powerful aura. The knight faces you and asks, "Might you be challengers?" But after sizing you up for a long moment, his shoulders slump and he mutters, "No, you are not yet ready." "Grow strong, young ones," he says, and returns to standing in silence. It appears he awaits a stalwart warrior to challenge him. Don't hold back.
Yo, nice. An update to the DLC? That's crazy.
That was lucky. With a whoosh of displaced air, something shoots
I
across
saw it
the
that
path
time.
right in
That
front
was
of
a
you.
slime.
What is
An
that
armpit
thing?
slime.
Careful not to attract attention to yourself. You sneak a glance in the direction the thing flew. Yep, monster. Just like you thought. The monster rolls gleefully across the ground, reminding you of Mar. Your expression softens. Your friends give you strange looks. With a brisk clearing of the throat, you stride away. Let's head to Unionville first, shall we? See something approaching from up ahead. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle.
Melanie, chill out. Damn. You did the same shit when you first met Mar.
Get back here. It's dangerous out there, a young girl chides, taking the creature back to the village. It seems you've finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. What a weird place, remarks Riddis lightheartedly. I like it. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face. Any travelers with magical little critters can stay for free, the innkeeper informs you. It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures.
Yeah, you're right. She kind of is.
You and your party.
She attacked Mar when we first met.
you
The woman frowns deeply, claiming the cakes she bought for her beloved furball have all been eaten by someone else. A quiet furball sits with crumbs around its mouth. The child says his monster friend left the village suddenly to go back home. He claims the headman told him that he could go home when he grew up too. The little orc child pouts, but I don't know where my home is. You ask the old man if he knows anything about the dragon. No, sir, he answers. All I know is that it brings more trouble to this already troubled world. But our headman is a wise and worldly man. He might know something, he remarks, pointing at a house not far away.
Yeah, I think the furball ate them. What do you mean someone else? They went where they're supposed to go.
However does your mouth become so filthy, Mr. Flobby? Sighs the girl as she wipes the slime clean. Clearly embarrassed, Mr. Flobby murmurs, "That's not my mouth."
Oh.
A young boy wanders up to your group in wide-eyed wonder. You surmise his curiosity stems from the lack of travelers visiting the village.
No, I'm pretty sure she's wiping his ass. Is the joke there, actually.
You realize you are right when he assails you with questions about your origins and adventures. The Inquisition leaves you exhausted. The little goblin sulks as he gazes upon the withering flowers he tried so desperately to take care of. He looks at you with tears in his eyes, silently begging you for help. You search your bag for salve, but come up empty-handed. You pour the salve onto the flowers, and they stand up tall. The goblin cries out in happiness and thanks you for your help. He then holds something out to you.
Card 5.
The goblin stares
Beautiful
lovingly
blossom.
at the beautiful flowers.
Well, I missed card 4. Water from a well. Ah. There's probably no way I can go back to it now. Damn. Because it's got to be the well. I think I know where, but I probably can't go back. Damn.
And gobbles them up.
Well, he is a goblin. They do be gobbling.
Healthy flowers are the tastiest, he proclaims in glee. Did he grow those flowers just to eat them?
I don't know. Do you grow potatoes just to eat them? Fool.
The goblin dutifully tends his flower bed, eagerly anticipating the day they bloom. The little orc child is engrossed in a fairy tale. The title reads, The Legend of the Dragon. You take a peek into the picture book and come across a passage that piques your interest.
Defeated by the king's army, the dragon hid itself away.
To where, you wonder? Then recall that this is merely a fairy tale. The village headman is a renowned gourmet, and rumor has it he only dines on the finest foods. The man says he wishes he too could have such a lavish meal just once in his life, his deep desire for delicacies only growing with time. Wow, a new friend, and so big, too, the furball exclaims in glee as it rushes over to Mar. Mar stares off into the distance as the furball snuggles up to his leg. For some reason, Riddis joins in on the cuddling. Lately, a suspicious man cloaked in black has been seen wandering about the village outskirts.
He does leave something to be desired, but from what little experience I remember having with the second game, I think they do change narrators. But I like him. I like the fact that this one's subdued. I think we can change the voice language too, if you wanted.
The old woman looks at Melanie and remarks that he was dressed just like her. Travelers, you hear a voice call from somewhere. Down here, at thy feet, you look down to see a small clump of fur by your boots. The clump of fur speaks. I am Lappy, and I should like to journey forth with thee. Lappy the furball looks at you with amiable expectations. Of course, the more the merrier, you exclaim, pumping your fist energetically into the air. But Melanie coldly interjects, no, I can't trust monsters.
Bitch.
Thoroughly rejected by Melanie, Lappy bursts into tears.
Hey, be careful. This guy might cry himself to death. They do that.
Lappy says he has no friends because of his aged face and speech. All alone, he decided to leave the village on a journey.
For example, the way he just said aged there is completely accurate. Because of his aged face and speech.
Your party is silenced by the crying child with the face of a grown man. You tell Melanie to be nice, and quip that both she and Lappy could use a friend. Exhausted from arguing with you, Melanie half-heartedly agrees. Fine, we can be friends. However, she says that they are on a dangerous journey to defeat the dragon. As such, they cannot take a child with them. Lappy leaps up and hugs her in his excitement, exclaiming,
With what
"Thou
limbs?
hast made me so happy." Till next time, Melanie says, peeling Lappy off of her and placing him on the ground. Though she thought all monsters to be evil, Melanie feels that the ones here are different. Finally, a friend.
Just out of curiosity, let's see what the other one sounds like.
君たちが会釈すると男は聞いてもないのに、いかにも私が村長だと言った。ここは平和でいい村だろうと村長はガハハと笑う。続けて、ところで君たちはと尋ねてきた。
This guy's got even less emotion.
君たちがドラゴン討伐の一行だと知ると、村長はここで休息を取るといいと歓迎の意を見せた。かつて村長が世界を旅していた時、ドラゴンの噂話を聞いたことがあるという。旅の疲れもあろうし、食事でもしながらゆっくりと村長は手を軽く2度叩いて給仕を呼んだ。食卓には見たこともない料理が並べられていく。どれも高級でうまそうだ。よだれ。クロエが君に向かって注意する。自分でも気づかないうちによだれが。君は袖でよだれを拭くと、はっと気づいてメルブールの方を振り向いた。するとメルブールは我慢の限界が近いのか、机の角をかじっている。どうどう、よしよし。君はメルブールを優しくなでなでして沈めた。次の瞬間、扉をバンと開けて女の子が入ってきた。女の子はいつも一緒に遊んでいるスライムのぷよちゃんがいなくなったと涙ながらに訴える。村長は一瞬目を丸くして驚いた後、何かを思った。
Also true.
すぐ探さねばと焦りの表情を見せた。スライムのぷよちゃん失踪事件のせいで目の前のごちそうにありつける雰囲気ではなくなったが、我々がそのスライムを探しましょう。その後でごちそうをと君が言いかけると、目的はドラゴンの手がかりを村長から聞くことだとクロエが君をいさめる。どっちも同じことじゃないか、いや全然違うと二人は言い争っている。勇者たちをスライム探しをお願いできるかと村長は君に軽く頭を下げた。何はともあれ、どこかへ消えたスライムぷよちゃんを見つけないと話
It
が進ま
appears
な
the
かった。
story has hit a standstill.
まずはぷよちゃんの友達の女の子に話を聞こう。
You know what, folks? It's getting late. I'm off tomorrow. We got all day. And it did just say the story's hitting a standstill. So we're gonna go look for Mr. Floppy. And then tomorrow we're gonna look for Mr. Floppy? See, I've already forgotten their names. I should be ashamed of myself. But hey, thanks for joining us. I am still really into this game. If you couldn't tell. Yeah, we'll do more of this tomorrow. I'm not sober enough to keep talking. Sorry, folks. Thanks again. Y'all have a good day, night, whichever. Y'all have a good day, night, or whichever. And we'll see you whenever we see you.